Hey, I just want to share something that's been kind of stirring my heart. I feel like it would encourage you guys as well, but one of the things I've been aware of is Psalms 119, verse 111, and it talks about how the testimonies of God are the inheritance, it was his inheritance. I believe it was David that wrote it, and out of that place, it became his joy, a place of rejoicing. And I'm telling you, as Psalms 119, verse 111, I've seen 111 countless times since then. I mean, it's just so many times over and over and over. And I felt like the Lord kept saying, I want you to realize that every testimony you can recall is your inheritance. It is a promise of what God has done, He will do for you as well. And it just helps us to reflect upon His promises, His faithfulness. And I just want to encourage you right now that if that as you are just driving down the road, or you're sitting in your house, or whatever it might be, just reflect upon testimonies you can remember what God did. And it said in Psalms 111, it actually talks about how the testimonies of the Lord are places where people study and they learn from the testimonies. They learn from the works of God about the nature of who God is and how He works. And it is an invitation for all of us in this season, in our lives, where our attention goes, it directs our affection. And so I want to encourage you, where your attention, where you're intentionally spending your focus, your time, your thought process in, will really impact where your affection goes. And so I've been just really trying to remember just testimonies, things that God has been doing, and remembering how He did it, why He did it, and leaning into those things. So I just want to encourage you to, first of all, that you know that the testimonies of God are actually our inheritance. It is what we get to receive. That is the promise of God that He's going to do it again. And out of that place that you're reflecting on what He did, you'll see and experience His breakthrough in other areas, because our attention, our focus begins to cultivate the seeds of the promises of God in our own lives, that begins to create a belief inside of our hearts so that we can see things take place. So I just want to encourage you. I've been just trying to meditate on those testimonies, the works that God has done. And as I do that, I recall His faithfulness. I recall His ways that then help me look of the current circumstances in different lenses, different perspective. So I just want to challenge you, encourage you. And I'm praying right now that you guys would experience the nearness of God and the reminding of His truth in all that you're going through. Bless you.